Ms. Ashley, you were indicating earlier that fentanyl could be purchased in China for, say, $5,000 and end up bringing it here and making millions. With what substance would people normally cut that in order to enhance the value that dramatically?
That's a good question, sir. I don't know which substance they would cut it with. I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to that question.
As I know, we've heard testimony about it being added to some other substances and making it more dangerous, but I was wondering, in order to get to millions of dollars in value, it's got to be added to something, it's got to be cut some way. Mr. Perez, do you have any idea?
What we've seen, Mr. Chairman, with respect to the utilization of fentanyl is that actually being used to cut heroin along the southern border, in fact. And so while present in much lesser quantities as a percentage of what it is we're seizing, it is in those larger seizures, if you will, that we're affecting on the southern border that fentanyl itself is being used to further the quantities of the heroin that's being smuggled.
But isn't it true that one of the things that's brought about the heroin epidemic, if you will, is been the price of heroin being comparatively cheaper than some other drugs? Isn't that right?
Absolutely, Mr. Chairman. I would add to that the availability and the volume of what is moving in the illicit markets right now is certainly adding to that as well.
Ms. Ashley, did you have some additional information?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I just happen to have one of our scientific staff here in the room.
Wonderful.
He just passed to me that fentanyl, as Mr. Perez has already said, is mixed with heroin and then pressed into a pill.
And pressed into a pill?
Pressed into a pill, yeah. They also pill presses are being imported and used to press the heroin and fentanyl mixture into a pill.
So, Mr. Perez, what is the primary way in which synthetic drugs and fentanyl are making their way to America's teenagers and adults, bringing about this epidemic?
Originating primarily from China and or Mexico, again, for the heroin laced with the fentanyl.
Well, which is more predominant as a source, China or Mexico?
Quantity-wise, from Mexico, Mr. Chairman. As far as incidents are concerned, because the volume of actual seizure incidents that we're encountering are dominated in both the mail environment and the express consignment environment, those would be from China. And so those are the routes, the originating countries, as well as the manner with which these illicit synthetics are being smuggled.
Do you know if under this bill, kratom would be listed as a Schedule A drug? Either of you?
Thank you for the opportunity I can give you an update on kratom. That is not, I can say to you that is not the track that kratom is on right now. If I could explain a little, kratom, DEA took action to schedule kratom back in August of 2016 and subsequently withdrew that action. And we withdrew the action after, concern from stakeholders, concern from Congress, even concern from the public. And we decided to take a more prudent measure there. And right now, kratom is on the path of an 8-factor analysis through the Food and Drug Administration, and we're currently waiting on that action. We made the request in 2014, and we're waiting for their recommendation.
Well, under this, would marijuana be a Schedule A substance?
Marijuana would not be looked at as a Schedule A, and the reason is it's already scheduled in Schedule 1. It's already permanently scheduled, so there would be no need to backtrack that and place it into a temporary sort of environment.
Well, this bill proposes an entirely new regulatory scheme where the power is really concentrated in the Attorney General and the DEA. What aspects of this bill would allow DEA to act quickly to curb synthetic drug importation?
For importation, so what it does is as it comes into CBP, and then my colleague here can actually help to join into the response. As it comes in, sometimes it's mislabeled, and sometimes it has the accurate label because it's not a regulated substance. So they would be able to identify it immediately as it comes in because it's on the bill of lading.
Thank you. My time's expired.